Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city. And on today's program, we've got exciting news on the economic development front. The former Morton Middle School site, we call that Project 40 West, major developments to tell you about that's just around the corner. We're also going to check in with our Senior Citizens Center. The big senior carnival is coming up this month. We'll have all the details for you in just a moment. But our first stop today is here on Adeline Avenue. Now, this is a street that's going to get a complete rebuild in the summer months, from the water pipes underneath to the sewage lines, a complete rebuild. But as we're about to find out, this is one of several city streets here in town that'll get some much needed attention over the summer months.
Adeline Avenue looks fairly quiet right now, but in the next few weeks that's going to change as crews will be rebuilding it in its entirety.
It's about an 800-foot section of roadway where we're going to come in and replace the water lines, the sanitary sewer lines, the storm sewer lines, put new catch basins in, new curbs, driveways, and new asphalt and street base, just like we're doing here.
Public Service Director Rob Cron says Adeline Avenue is one of a number of city streets in the same situation. They might not look too bad on the surface, but many are dealing with aging infrastructure below the surface.
Most of these streets that we're working on, or that you'll see us on here where we're doing the complete reconstruction on, they're 50 and 60-year-old streets with really have not had much attention to them, especially the pipes that are in the ground that no one actually sees, but they're in need of repair.
Outside of those streets getting a total rebuild, there are others that will just be getting a fresh coat of asphalt. That's all a part of the Safe and Stable Levee's annual resurfacing project.
We're actually going to have two projects this year that we've already bid out. We'll be awarding contracts here sometime within the next month, and you'll see that work taking place. We're going to be resurfacing 14 different streets this year, along with a couple alleys up in the downtown area that are and been neglected for quite a few years. So we're trying to catch up on a few of those that are in bad shape. We're going to be doing some concrete work on a few of the streets that we're doing. We received some funding through the Community Development Block Grant Program through Montgomery County, and they will be reimbursing us $50,000 towards some of the concrete work we're going to be doing on these streets.
And while we're just getting started on these projects, we now have word that the Groesbeck Street reconstruction that began last fall is very close to wrapping up.
We're kind of in the final stages here. All the work is done that you'll never see again. All the pipe is in the ground, everything like that. Now they're down to the part that everybody sees. All the curb is installed now, the driveways are put back, the sidewalks are repaired. We're into the phase now where they're installing the gravel base for the street, and we should hope to have asphalt out here within the next couple weeks.
Cron says the project's funding sources required a later start than what is customary, meaning some of the work was postponed by weather.
The project kind of took a stall a little bit over the winter months. Because of some outside funding that we received through the Ohio Public Works Commission, the project couldn't start till later in 2016, and there was not time to get the entire project done before winter set in. So they had a couple months in there where we really didn't see much progress, but now that the weather's come around, they're really making some good progress out here, and we hope to see this project wrapped up within the next month.
Road projects aren't the only things bringing in heavy equipment these days, as crews are now at work transforming the former Morton Middle School site on National Road into a medical complex called 40 West.
They executed the purchase of the land in February. We had to get a couple of phases of planning through council. That's all been blessed now. At least the first couple of phases have been. And just this week, they were over pulling trees out, and they're starting to turn the dirt.
Assistant City Manager Greg Shackelford says that 2 medical offices are already signed on the dotted line to locate to 40 West, with a third end user very close to being ready to sign. Meanwhile, most of the activity at the Northwoods Business Park appears to be happening behind the scenes.
We've had some meetings with a potential developer that's interested in looking at the site for a speculative building. It's really kind of still in the very preliminary stages.
Shackelford says Northwoods has the potential to grow very quickly as other developable plots of land are becoming more scarce.
Originally, the city purchased roughly 200 acres. Of that, there were about 130 acres that were truly developable. If you take away the right-of-ways and the infrastructure to get the what's become kind of a light industrial park. So compare that, now there's only about maybe between 45 and 50 developable acres left to Northwoods, where there's over 300 acres that are developable.
One last economic development note to pass along, a local company that's looking to grow.
We got a project called Bullseye that we're going to present to the EDGE committee in May. We got basically an opportunity to expand an existing company that does advanced manufacturing, and they've been working closely with the state and our regional partner, the Dayton Development Coalition, to try to figure out an incentive package that makes sense.
Vandalia's Art Park is getting some attention these days, as the site will be retooled soon for the 2017-2018 season. City Council member Candace Farr says the month of May will see crews working overtime as it's out with the old and in with the new, all in anticipation of a June 3rd opening day.
There are 8 new sculptures that will add to our 3 that we own, and they are brought in here by Midwest Sculpture Initiative, and we lease them for the year. So it's 8 new pieces. They'll be really exciting. They'll be spread throughout the park, just like the last ones were.
Also a part of the opening day will be the creation of a pair of solid granite benches.
The city purchased 6 limestone blocks, and Todd Fromm is carving 2 of those, and so he has those in his possession now. He will bring those back to Vandalia and work on those for 3 days.
Fromm will be in Vandalia on June the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, sculpting at the Art Park from 11 in the morning until 6 at night. The public is invited to come out and watch him work. Meanwhile, the Images collection will also see new pieces for the season.
This year it's called Kidstagram. We've invited the community to submit photographs of children in action, we kind of put it, at play, at schoolwork, their different activities and so forth. We also asked some of the local groups. So we have a few from Muse Machine, from Vandalia Youth Theater, from the school, from Allwood. So we've incorporated all those into this exhibit. And there'll be, I think, end up being about 20 photographs, and they're spread throughout the park.
The backs of those Kidstagram images will also be getting attention, as another project has designs on using that blank space.
Joanne Townsend, one of our committee members, is heading up a coloring project, having a couple opportunities at the senior center to color mandalas, and those will be put on the back of the photographs.
If you'd like to help with this project, you have a couple of opportunities to do so. Vandalia Senior Citizens Coordinator Tony Williams says the center is hosting 2 opportunities to create pieces to be used in that display.
This year they would like adults to color some nice designs. They say as long as you can color inside the lines, they want you. They will bring snacks, colored pencils, and the coloring pages that they want colored. We're having 2 different dates. May 3rd, which is a Wednesday, and May 11th, which is a Thursday, both times at 1 o'clock. Once you're done, they're going to take the papers and have laminated and post them at the Art Park.
Once again, the Art Park opening day is Saturday, June the 3rd, with festivities beginning at 1 p.m. Speaking of the Senior Citizen Center, there's word today that plans are underway for a unique medical screening event. Williams says Lifeline has a number of low-cost screenings, all designed to catch some significant medical conditions in the very early stages.
They have been coming and using our center once a year, offering all kinds of screenings to anyone in the public. They're non-invasive. Don't take your clothes off. They're pretty painless, and they're over with pretty quickly. They check for blocked arteries, abdominal aortic aneurysms, hardening of the arteries, atrial fibrillation, and which is a regular heartbeat, and a bone density screening. Of course, you can choose among those. You don't have to do all of them. 4 of those vascular tests and osteoporosis test is $149, but you can get a discount on that. You can call 1-888-653-6441. One more time. 1-888-653-6441, or visit lifelinescreening.com. They will be here on Tuesday, May 30th, all day. They'll be using our dining room and our art and exercise room.
If it's your financial health that has you worried, you might be interested in a lunch and learn designed to put you on the path to financial security.
Chris Straley and Matt Deller from Sound Financial will be here doing a lunch and learn on May 16th at noon. They're going to talk about the common myths of investing. They are open to 50 people, so you need to call the center at 898-1232 or come in. Let me know you'd like to come before it fills up.
Another speaker scheduled for the center is Mike Sprague, who has some interesting insights on the state of our democracy.
On May 8th at 1 o'clock, he's talking about the future of the American democracy. Is there one? And when he told the class this, they said, talk about it right now. And he's like, no, I don't have to think of another topic for May 8th, so come at 1 o'clock.
One other speaker to tell you about this month, someone taking a look back at the history of this region.
Jim Charters, who's come here every year, he's a volunteer with Caroline Park. He's come up with a new program, The Story of Dayton from the Founding through the Industrial Growth Period. And the extra bonus to him coming is he will give out one Caroline Park admission ticket to every person that's here. So we tend to get a crowd for that one.
And finally, this note. One of the clubs at the center wants to help you commemorate Memorial Day.
As we get closer to Memorial Day, some of you may want either an in-ground or a flower saddle that can sit on a gravestone. We have a group called the Crafty Bloomers that do those. So if you would like to get one of those, call the center and I'll put you in contact with Cynthia or somebody else in the group that can make one for you. You can even pick your colors.
Of course, Memorial Day kicks off the unofficial start of summer. And if you have kids at the house who you'd like to keep busy this summer, you should check out the Recreation Center's summer-long Camp Rec. Coordinator Brittany Oliver.
Camp Rec is so fun for all ages. We do camp from ages 6 to 12. It runs Tuesday, May 30th through Friday, August 11th, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can drop off and pick up as you please. We do field trips, climbing wall, outdoor activities, crafts, you name it. We keep them busy all day long.
Oliver says the camp has some built-in flexibility.
We do weekly and daily rates. Registration started on Monday and we already have 14 spots filled. So I would say hurry up and get registered soon.
Registration has also begun for a couple of athletic programs. Recreation Coordinator Alicia McCracken says if you've ever wanted to play tennis, she's got an offer for you.
This summer we are partnering with Dayton Center Courts and we'll offer some 2-week tennis lessons beginning in June. Very reasonable price, $49 for 3 days a week for 2 weeks. Great instruction by Dayton Center Courts. All the tennis lessons are held at Helke Park, so right around the corner here, and a great opportunity if you've never played before or if you're an adult and looking to learn some tennis. They've got lessons for 5-year-olds up to adults, so I definitely check it out.
Registration has also already started for the fall soccer program.
Even though it's spring, we're talking fall soccer. Registration going on now, believe it or not. Season practices begin in mid-July, and then the games begin in August. So registration going on for a few months here. We are running an online registration special. So if you sign up before July 1st, you can receive $10 off the registration fee. And it's a great league. We've got leagues from all the way to 3 years up to 17 years old. So there's a wide variety of stuff happening for the youth soccer program.
For more information on any of the parks and recreation programs we've talked about, you should check out the website, vandaliaohio.org.
Our last stop today is here at Castle Hill Swimming Pool, where crews are right now putting the finishing touches on getting this pool ready for the summer season. Mark your calendars. The pool will open on weekends only, beginning the weekend of May the 20th. Then, after Memorial Day weekend, the pool will be open daily through the rest of the summer months. You can buy a membership for swimming fun the entire season, or you can choose to use the daily admission rate and come as you please. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. I'm Rich Hopkins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.